What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Leave It to the Judges MMA show. Hope you guys had a great Easter. We are back today, guys. We are having a fighting nerds themed video. I'm with the boys Xavier and Nick. Basically, guys, we're gonna preview Pratas versus Garry coming up this Saturday. Then we're gonna rank the four fighting nerds from. We're gonna rank them based on how likely they are to win a belt, how skilled they are, all of that, and finally, we're gonna match them up. But guys, let's start off with what is going down Saturday night. Saturday night main event, short notice fight: Carlos Pratas versus Ian Garry, 5 rounds in Kansas City. Originally, it was Hill versus Roundtree, but I kind of like this fight a little better. This is a really fun, intriguing fight. Who do you got and why, guys? Talk to me.
Shit, let me start. Because I think I'm gonna have the unpopular pick here, but I think I'm gonna go with Ian Machado Gary, man. I'm sorry. I don't feel good about the pick. I just think that time and time again, Gary has shown that like he doesn't care about the fans to the extent of like he is gonna go out there and do what he needs to do to win. If that's like hold Cortez against the cage for 25 minutes, that's like so be it. If that's him just like doing a lay and pray mission, like so be it. And I think that while we've seen that Protez is really explosive early, we have not seen Gary knocked out or even like we've seen him get clipped, but I mean like he has good recoverability in there. I think he could be in some trouble early, but I think that the fact that it's 25 minutes, I just trust him to like finesse enough rounds off Protez to like get the job done. Even if it's a little shoddy early, we haven't seen Prates like in those deep waters yet, and we've seen that Gary can push a hard five, push a hard five at, if anything. We saw that in the Shavkat fight. That even in round five against someone as dangerous as Shavkat, like Gary almost found a submission in there. Like his grappling pretty decent. He was able to control Shavkat if nothing else, and like if you can control Shavkat on the ground, I think you can control Prates on the ground. So. Give me Ian Gary to win a potentially, I don't want to say boring. I think that Prates is going to make the fight exciting no matter what. I just think that the Gary rounds that he wins might not be as exciting as the Prates rounds, but he might just have more of them. So give me uh a unanimous decision, Ian Gary, but like barely, like 2 rounds to three type shit.
I'm gonna go down the list here. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8, 9, 10, 11 straight TKOs and a 12 fight win streak. This man's on a mission right now, and he's gonna beat Ian Gary, I think. I just don't think his takedowns are that elite. And I think Prates trains with very good takedown artists himself. He's proven that he's good in the takedown game defensively. And I don't even think Gary can even get him in a corner the way Prates fights. He fights aggressively. He throws a lot of kicks for distance management, very powerful kicks. And the boxing is just elite to me. Along with his unusual long arm span for the division, I can see him piecing Gary up in there. I really can. I think Ian will get his own for sure, but the man's been knocked down before against lesser comp. And when you're going against a man like Prates coming from the fighting nerds, like undefeated right now, the way they're rolling, I'm gonna go the guy with all the momentum. That Shavkat fight, it was whatever to me. He honestly fought like crap because he could have won that fight. And that fifth round, I feel like he just got it off a lucky missed takedown by Shavkat and was able to get on his back real quick. He had the choke in somewhat, but Shavkat didn't even fight the hands, fought the feet, was able to reverse it in about a minute time span. I don't know. I'm just not seeing grappling and wrestling like prowess that I think like it would be his path to victory in this fight. I just don't think he could take Pratas down consistently at all. And I just think if it stays on the feet the whole time, Pratas has more weapons to win that fight. And the reach is huge for me in this.
Yeah, I think you both make really compelling arguments. I'm pretty torn here. Like if there's a finish, it's going to be Pratas. If it goes to the decision, it'll be Garry. I'm looking at Gary's resume right now. It's just such
Not
I was
good.
telling yeah, I was telling the guys before this, the reason I have so much faith in Garry, even though I don't like him, it's because of the Shavkat fight. As like, because if you look at his resume before that, the Page fight, I mean, not very impressive. The Neil fight, really boring. The Magny fight, pretty boring. He did get dropped by what's the guy's name? Kenan. But Pradas, man, he got weird power, bro. He just has weird power on the feet with his hands. He's really hurting people. But Ian Garry, by far, his biggest test. I'm going to lean Ian Garry here by unanimous decision. I hate to say that. It's basically the hype of the fighting nerds versus the hype of Ian Garry, which is real. Like Ian Garry is like not a prospect, but he's one of the guys that it just seems inevitable he's going to fight for a title. So I think this might be the first L in the UFC, and it's going to be a really boring, shitty one for the fighting nerds. But I got Ian Garry by UD 3-2, 4-1
You
by
agree?
WrestleFuck.
Yeah, I was gonna say by Russell. You agree it's gonna be pretty boring if Gary wins, right? Like,
I mean, that's the only way he's winning these fights. Like he TKO'd, I guess, Rodriguez, but like,
I know, man. He absolutely just like humped on top of MVP for 3 rounds, like, and I that showed me like, damn, you don't even care about the fans, like, you know what I mean? And clearly he has like like an above. I think because he's Irish, people don't like lock in on his grappling for real, but like he be controlling these guys at least, so he can stall against the cage real good, I swear. So I don't know, man. I don't know. It's gonna be. I think it's gonna be boring. I agree, but I think he's gonna get it done somehow.
yeah, and like this isn't like a shot at Gary, but like, dude, ever since he started training with Oliveira, his fighting style clearly changed. I guess for the better because he's like winning pretty dominantly, minus the Shavkat fight. But like, I'm really confused what type of fighter this version of Ian Gary going into Saturday night is because he used to kind of be a kickboxer, rangy kickboxer. Then he's wrestle fucking people going for subs. What kind of fighter is Ian Gary? How would you describe Ian Gary going into Saturday?
I mean, I would say Ian Gary is a fighter with multiple tools in the toolbox, right? And that's like in this game at the highest level, that's what you got to be. I think that if he employs a grappling based style, it's good that he like started more so as a more so kickboxing, you know, because we know that he can do that at least. If he like gets into a situation where all of a sudden he can't rely on his grappling to win a fight, like we know that he is a capable striker. So I think it just bodes well for him to have like multiple be comfortable in multiple phases of the game, especially like after seeing like Connor's rise and shit and how like he had a clear weakness in his grappling. It's like you want that next gen of Irish MMA to like evolve past that and like be more well-rounded. So like I feel like him training with like Charles Oliveira and them like that's gonna do wonders for his career like long term.
He's a stand-up guy. That's why he's gonna get beat Saturday. I mean, like, I have just not seen any prowess wrestling wise that he could get this man Pratas to the ground. He's a stand-up guy. He is a kickboxer. They're both kickboxers. I think this will be mostly on the feet. Like, I think 90% of this fight, probably 95% of this fight will be on the feet. And I think Pratas just has more weapons in the bank. I think Ian Gary's a very impressive fighter, but Prata is just on this 11. We're gonna deny 11 knockout streak that he is just on right now. He's just thumping
I
everybody.
will say this, counterpoint though, counterpoint. Was Shavkat not on a 16 fight finish streak his whole career? And guess who broke that? Ian Gary. Ian Gary. So are you saying that Pratas is more likely to get finishes now than Shavkat to you, Clark?
Not knockout wise, yeah.
I'm saying who's the better finisher though, like overall to you?
Ooh.
Shavkat, but knockout wise, I would
Okay. So
put
so by
Pratas.
MMA math though, by MMA math, it's more impressive to survive a 5 round Shavkat fight, right?
Yes, but all I'm saying is like if they're standing on the feet the whole time, like I expect, Pratas is more likely to knock Ian Gary out than Shavkat is.
Okay. Well,
In
so
my
Clark, why do you think it will be on the majority on the feet? Because Pradas is like denying the grappling really well, or do you think
yes,
Ian Gary is going to like
yes,
opt in to stand?
yes, he is. I think both. I don't think Ian Gary's afraid of what Pratas has on the feet. Like I think he's gonna test that.
Do you think the MVP is a more scary a more of a knockout threat than Pratas?
I
No,
wouldn't. I don't think so.
I don't think so either. And so my thing is like if Ian Gary was like, yeah, I'm gonna just try to grapple fuck MVP, who is like to me a less of a stand up threat on the feet, like in terms of damage wise at least. Like I don't know why he wouldn't try to wrestle fuck Prates here. I certainly would, because Prates has been thumping people like you said. It would be the smartest move to like wrestle fuck him. And I think that Ian Gary has just shown me that like he's not dumb enough to just like wade into whatever kind of fight is presented. He's gonna be like, nah, I'm gonna just like try to nullify that as best as he can. So I don't really agree with you that Ian Gary is going to try to fight a straight 5 round stand up war. Like maybe my pick would be different if I thought that he would. It would actually be different. I would take Protez in a kickboxing fight, but like this ain't kickboxing, man. And Ian Gary is shameless.
it will be. Okay, has Pratas been taken down in the UFC yet?
No, that was literally my next point. It's all going to come down to, and we really don't know the answer, is how is Pradas' grappling defense?
But this is what we said about Gene Silva, and look what he did to that man, Bryce Mitchell.
Oh,
They
to
all
be
train together and they're very skilled. Like Ohio in there going for takedowns all day. So I feel like Pratas is just trained up for this.
to be fair, Ian Gary is a much bigger test for Pradas than Mitchell is for Silva. I get your point, but I feel like Ian Gary, like it hurts me to say this. I just
Wait,
feel
wait,
like
wait. In the wrestling sense, though,
it's just as a fighter.
As an overall fighter.
Yeah.
well,
Wrestling,
I agree with
Bryce
that,
Mitchell's a
but
better
like,
grappler.
yeah, exactly. That's my point.
Okay, I feel you. But are you worried about Pratas' gas tank at all? I know we haven't seen any evidence.
A
Okay.
little bit, because he
I
hasn't
definitely
fought a
am.
lot of 5 round fights. But
I mean,
like,
I mean, he hasn't fought a lot of 3 round fights because he keeps knocking people the fuck out. So we haven't even seen him like that deep into the third too
I'm
much.
just saying,
Like,
man. Yeah, that's good. That's good. We don't need
no,
those rounds.
I just think that Gary can survive some early adversity and fucking when he's gassed out, just kind of like not even dominate him, just hold him in dominant position, hold him against the cage, take him down and like just kind of hold him, like make sure he doesn't get up type shit. Maybe lay and pray on the guard a little bit. Like I just see it, man. I just see it. I see him getting worn down, man. But I
But
guess
I
we're
can
gonna
see
see.
like
We're gonna see Saturday.
but can you not see Prates like banking the first three and then kind of like huff and
No,
just
I don't see him banking 3 rounds in
I
a row.
do the only like I can see
you just think he's gonna lose every round basically.
No, I can see him losing, like winning the first two, but like I think that because I don't think Ian Gary could like win some of these rounds too. Like I don't know if he might decide to grapple early and like boom, salt around away like in there somewhere. I don't know.
I'm just going Prates TKO second round for sure.
okay. I fuck with that, but yeah, I'm gonna lean with Gary here.
I'm not gonna lie, like
Second
it would not upset me if he does win by knockout. I'd be like, oh shit, you know what I mean? Like shout out to Fighting Nerds. I love everything that they got going. It's just I just see this as like I feel like he's gonna lose in a way that he doesn't lose much stock. It's just like Gary just a little shameless sometimes.
Yeah. I hate to be this guy sitting on the fence, but like I'm picking Gary, but I'm for sure rooting for like Shavkat. I mean,
Okay.
Pradas. Yeah.
but
Yeah.
he is the betting dog.
It's very close.
but he's the betting dog. You
He
always
is.
the 11 KO betting dog fighting with an undefeated team right now.
Speaking of that undefeated team, oh, actually, guys, we can't forget to mention Anthony Smith could be his
Oh
last fight this
God.
weekend, guys. We do have to acknowledge he could be putting the gloves down.
I
Yeah,
mean, he ought to put the gloves down. He ought to have been put the gloves down. But I mean,
He's fighting
yeah,
this
I
undefeated
mean,
Chinese dude.
Ming Yang is gonna KO this man, bro. It's fucked, bro. I don't understand. Like, I don't know, bro. They want him out of there so bad, bro. They're
So,
like, we're gonna milk him one more time for his name. Fuck it.
so you guys
he's
don't see
still
Anthony.
ranked.
You guys don't see Anthony Smith making a similar Dominic Reyes resurgence here.
Hell no. Bro, I'm not gonna lie, he is about to
No,
get spot. I think it's a first round finish, honestly. I don't think it lasts that long.
that under 1.5 is getting hammered so viciously. It's crazy.
All right, though, guys.
I
Let's move
wonder,
on.
wait, what's that at, you think?
Probably like minus 220.
Oh,
Okay,
damn,
I
that'd be
might
crazy.
take that shit.
I'm taking that shit because I mean it's better than I might go Yang Ming Yang. I mean
I KO
Yang
straight
Ming
up.
Yang and like that and parlay it up honestly under a round and a half type shit.
That's pretty decent. All right, guys, let's move on to the second portion of our video. We are going to be ranking the four main fighting nerds in the UFC. We're going to base it on loosely how likely they are to win a championship, how exciting they are, how skilled they are. Those are the main three things. Let's start, guys. Let's start. Who do you think is the best? We'll start there. Who do you think is the most promising of the fighting nerds?
Okay, I feel like we should just go like everyone say they're one, two, three, and four. Like let's go one by one, like how we're doing it now,
Okay.
and then we'll just like try to come to like a consensus if we can, like if we can rank them like team rankings at the end of the day.
All
So
right.
I'm gonna start like. And this was not always the case, but recently I feel like he's shown me enough. Like, are we ranking them by like their title potential, I guess?
Yeah, title potential, their skill, like a
Yeah,
mixture of everything.
yeah, okay.
I
I'm gonna
think
Gene Silva's my number one, man. Gene Silva has rose up to my number one. Uh, Before I thought it was Ohio, just because he's like already ranked up there in the mix, just because he's like he was the first one to really like reach the top of his division. But now I'm like seeing Silva, and I'm like, I see he has a not the easiest path, but like I just see like based on his ability and the path in front of him, I can see him doing it the most easily. So yeah, Gene Silva's gonna be my number one pick, man. Top
I
nerd.
yeah, I agree. Same reasons. Gene Silva is my number one.
I'm also going Gene Silva.
All right, all right.
I think this man get Taporia back down here. I need to see this fight. That's how good I think this man is from what I've seen, and I think he's an all-around good fighter. I think he's ready now for top comp. I think he's only like 28, right?
Yep, 28.
Like 28. I mean, he's only gonna get better, I think. So I think he easily has the most potential to be a champ.
And I also think he has the easiest path to a title right now.
Easiest path as well. Like, yeah, the path also like factors in big for me in terms of like, yeah, yeah. The path is definitely important. And I think that featherweight, I hate to say it, but it's a little vulnerable right now. Um, I don't see any way that Volk like I don't want to say if they fought right now. Maybe Gene Silva needs like another fight or two, maybe. Probably doesn't even need it, but like I want to see at least one more fight before he gets a title shot. He's not ranked like Bryce Mitchell is not enough by himself to get you a title shot. But I'm just like projecting forward. Like I just see if it is Volk up there when he gets there in like a fight or two, I just don't see him. I don't see Volk being able to like avoid his power and his like the accuracy of his strikes for like for 25 minutes the way he just did against Lopez for the most part. I just think that Silva has as well as power, but he has like good striking accuracy. And I think that he has the potential to probably snipe Volk, to be honest.
Definitely. All right. Let's go on to our number twos.
Mhm.
Um, I think I'm gonna go with Bahio. He does have a very hard path to the belt, but he is the most proven right now, I think. Him and Silva. I'm pretty impressed with his performances. He doesn't have that like statement win yet, though. Who do you guys have at two?
Yeah, I also have Ohio. Just because, like you said, he's the most proven. He's the one already in the top of his division. He's like in that one fight away from a title shot kind of conversation, which is already a testament to like his rise. Showed a lot of grit in that fight against Cannonier. So and I think that we know that Cannonier could crack, and like Cannonier did crack him with a lot of shots. Um, and he was able to weather through that and not look too not look too rocked at any point of that fight. So I know that he has the durability, the chin, the gas tank. We've seen him push a hard five now, damn near. Like it's like I like he's checked off all the boxes and had to like go against the most adversity to where I know like he has grit in there. A lot of these guys, it's like we don't know what they're gonna look like when they're actually like in dangerous situations. Whereas for him, at the top of the division, which like Cannonier has proven time and time again, even though he is old, like he's still a fucking dog in there. And he has like hella experience and like show what he showed in that fight and like actually finish Cannonier. Like even though I thought that the stoppage was a little early, but still finished him in there technically. I just think he's ready. I also think when you look ahead of him, Ohio, there's a lot of winnable fights for him up there. Um, I hate to say it, but Izzy has not looked like himself recently. Whitaker has looked a little vulnerable as well, even though I still think Whitaker is not like washed or anything, but I just think that he's a little more vulnerable than he once was. And then Strickland, obviously vulnerable. Hate to say it, love the guy, vulnerable. And then Nazardine, like he looked vulnerable in that Adesanya fight before he, found the shot. So I think that Ohio could beat him. So outside of Hamzat, really, I would favor Ohio against most of the guys ranked ahead of him in his division. So like, yeah, I just think that he has to be my number two.
I'm gonna go Pratas. Um, I can see the path being a little easier for Pratas here. You know, when he beats Ian Garry on Saturday, he'll be in a pretty good position, I think, for a title shot somewhat. And Dana White and the UFC matchmakers, they love him. They say they're always talking about him in the war room. And I wouldn't be shocked if he gets fast tracked to a title. And man, like he's on Team Clark as well. You know, both Team Clarks, they got one and two, and then the other fighting nerds below. But I could see Prates TKO in this man Bilal Muhammad, who been talking a lot of shit recently about Usman. I wasn't hearing that shit 4 years ago when he was fighting some unranked guys doing the same, just lay and pray that he still does today, but thinks it's a very exciting style. But back to Prates, I think this man's just a dangerous man on the feet. He just reminds me of an Oliveira type that figured it out and just started destroying, and I feel like he's on this path. I think it's honestly easy. If he can stuff takedowns, like this man, I think can piece almost everyone up in this division for real.
Only thing I have to like counterpoint though, when we're talking about easiest paths, I mean easiest paths, like do you really think Shavkat is an easy path for that man? Like I don't see anyone at Like I just feel like I don't know, man. Like
I think Pacquiao
Shavkat is in the way, my friend. He's in the way
he
of
is in the way, but
anyone of anyone in that division.
hey, and Shavkat's my man, and we're gonna be below Prata. I don't know, man. Like, I get what you're saying, but Pratas is like someone they would fast track to a title shot. Shavkat, the only one though I would see Pratas having trouble with, but like everybody else, I don't know, man. This man's dangerous, and I just feel like Ohio. You got my man DDP up there. You're not beating him as long as he's champion. And then you got
I don't
uh
know. I don't know if I believe that at all, my friend.
and
Hamzat's and then Hamzat. You got
you just
Hamzat.
have Hamza right there, like 1-2. And then I mean Imavov has been very proven. He's a good wrestler himself. I don't know if you could get by Imavov right now. I think maybe Bahio could be champion like a little down the line, but I'm more likely, I think, to see Prates getting that belt first.
That's
Okay.
fair.
And, my number three, I'm gonna go with Pratas personally. How about
Yeah,
you
I'm
guys?
I'm also gonna go with Prates. And I fuck with Rufy too. I just feel like he is the most unproven. Um, I feel like he gives me Rufy gives me like Conor McGregor vibes, but I have like extra questions about his gas tank, questions that he did not answer in his most recent fight at all. So I feel like I have that vibe of like when he can't get someone out early, like he's gonna struggle. Whereas Prates, I have a little more faith that he can be a little more patient and like fight a more measured pace. Um, I've seen him get like we rarely see him like go long in his fights, but he's at least gotten to round two a couple times. So, and I don't think that I've felt like in the times that he's gotten to round two that he's been like that diminished of a fighter at that point at least. So these two guys are definitely having to be like three and four, Rufy and Prates for me, just because I have seen a lot less from them in terms of cardio and how they're gonna do when they face some more adversity, so to speak. But yeah, I'm gonna go Prates three just because I have seen Rufy start to gas out even in fights that he's won. Like I've already seen the gas starting to deplete, and I've seen that movie before.
Yeah, I got Ohio at 3. Um, like you said, X Rufy is just kind of the most unproven. I can see myself even moving him up in the future. But he's in a tough division, lightweight, very good. But he is very explosive, Conor McGregor like on the feet, good technique, can basically do any kick on the feet you want, and good fighter, but also not proven in the takedown defense yet. I need to see someone actually attempt one on him to get some sense. But yeah, Ohio, I like Ohio. I've been on him for a long time in the UFC since he's kind of started. I've been impressed. Good gas tank, good wrestling. Was impressed by his striking versus Cannonier. Pretty complete fighter. But y'all know my boy DDP's up there right now.
DDP isn't gonna be so short-lived, I swear to you, bro. If he fights twice this year, he's not making it out of the year champ, bro. I swear. I
Well,
swear.
that's news from apparently the other day. He is injured for 317.
Yeah,
They
that
might be
does suck.
doing an interim shot. So it might be Ohio versus Hamzat coming up here at 317 for an interim. So I don't know. That'd be a tough matchup.
That better not be the main event, bro.
They might,
That better not be the main event. Fuck
well,
that.
I don't know. I mean, it could be, I'm hearing Tom Asphalt knows some things.
that shit's happening in November. I promise you, it's gonna happen in New York.
They
That's
can
just
push
what they
it.
do with John.
International fights, we push it to then.
That's John shit,
Even
man.
the money.
MSG, man. That's John shit.
It should be Ilya and Islam, but they don't want to make that fucking fight for some reason.
Oh, actually, you know what?
They're waiting for the JDM shit, probably. I think,
Yeah,
Ev.
I
Yeah,
don't. Oh my
that's what
god.
I'll say.
Because if JDM beats Bilal, they're gonna like go. Islam's gonna go up and probably challenge for that. Cut the line.
I guess.
I think if Bilal wins that, then Islam and Taporia will get announced.
That should be announced like within 2 weeks after that fight. I promise.
So I think we're just waiting on that. But like Ohio, I mean, if he's fighting Hamza next, ugh. I mean, obviously, if he can get out of those first two, I think Gasting's definitely on his side.
Thanks.
He's a very good wrestler and grappler, so maybe he's capable, but
Yeah.
Hamza's just a big man, and I don't know. That'd be interesting. I can't lie, but Ohio, I just feel like he's in a tougher position than Pratas for me personally. You know, all we got to worry Sean Brady, Leon Edward. I guess Shavkat's there. He's kind of the only threat, but like Leon Edwards, the way he's looking right now.
Prates has like Holloway, Oliveira, Armand, now
Or
Ilya.
Yeah, welterweight.
a
Oh shit.
roofie's a roofie.
I mean, I'm talking about Rufy. Yeah.
I-
Rufio. Yeah.
Like
That's
Ruf, like that's a hard fucking path,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. No,
it,
Rufio is the hardest path.
Islam,
it's a
Armand,
bloodbath.
Charles, Max
Patty.
Holloway, Patty now, fuck.
I,
Like Fazeev, like come on, bro. It's a murderer's row.
if I'm the UFC, I'm pushing Roofie the same way I push Patty. Just I'm not saying layups, but pretty favorable matchups. I'm giving Pradas to move him up the rankings.
I would give Roof I mean I would give Roofy like Grant Dawson.
Okay.
Then
So
I
so
I'm saying if I want to like get him to a title shot, I'm gonna give
okay.
him Grant Dawson, who's ranked at 14.
Okay.
Then I'd give him fucking Dariush at 9 or Moicano, but Dariush probably at 9.
He did call out Dariush.
Dariush at 9. Then I would give him Dan Hooker probably.
This is a
Or
great call.
Dan Hooker or Gaethje, and then I would try to get him a title shot off that.
Uh, damn near every video, Xavier's just trying to put a hit out on Beneil Dariush. You
Oh
hate to
my
see it,
God.
guys. Every video, man. He wants this man dead.
I love Benny, man. I love Benny, but I just think that he is occupying a spot that he just should no longer occupy, and that is in the top 10, and that is in the top 15.
And
He's
Roofy literally
just
called him
old.
out.
He's just old. He's old.
That's what I'm saying. This is not like any slight on Benil in his prime. It's just like one of those, it's time type shit. I just
He's
think that
got gray hair, y'all. Like this man's getting knocked out
He got
again.
that salt and
He,
pepper look for sure.
he might get knocked out by the wind next time we're out there. Like, I mean,
Come on, guys.
onto
he's
that.
getting served up, Ed. He's getting served up to someone who's gonna KO him. Like that is what the UFC are
That is what they want.
going to do.
I swear, like not 2 years ago, I was calling for this man to get a title shot. I swear.
I thought it was legit.
And
But
then I told y'all Oliveira was gonna take him to town,
he did. He did.
own business.
But final part of the video, guys. Let's match up every fighting nerd that doesn't have a fight. So I
Ooh,
guess just the three of them. We're gonna go around in a circle. We'll start with Roofy. We'll go backwards, go into snake order.
okay.
Xavier offered Grant Dawson, break him into the top 15.
Is
Oh, any
Ruby
other
ranked?
names?
Is
What's
he
up?
ranked now?
No, Roofy is not. Dawson's at 14.
Okay, Ruby's not ranked, so I'm just trying to get him into the top 15. I don't want to jump him like against the number 9 guy. That's a little bogus to Benny Dariush, even though like I understand. Like, I would say fucking do it, but like
Yeah, actually, I would run that.
Yeah, why not? Fuck it.
Like, just because, like, at least, like, I could see Dariush having a path and at least giving him a chance to go out with a dub.
I would say Grant Dawson just because if you want to build him properly, like I don't know how old Rufy is. Is he under 30 or what?
No.
He's, I mean, he's got to be.
What about Let me look this up.
Because I was gonna say Grant Dawson, we know he's gonna at least try to wrestle, right? So like that'll be a good like, can you pass the test of someone trying to wrestle fuck you? You know what I mean? Like I kind of want to build him up because I think that all of these guys are like future stars or current stars, I mean.
Hey,
And it's like I kind of want to build him where he can get more wins on his rise up and become more of a household name before he starts fighting these killers. Because I
this
think if you jump on a Darius, every fight after that is kind of hard. You know what I mean? Like you're kind of up there now with the big boys, and it's kind of a problem.
I mean, that's true, but then I would just say, screw it, fight back.
Fight back, yeah. Fight back in the rankings.
Or honestly, the UFC can pull some strings and just drop Dariush in the rankings
That's crazy.
for like 12.
That's fucked up, Clark.
I mean, they know what it is.
But all right, so Pratas already has a fight. Let's go to Bahio. It appears it's going to be freaking Hamzat if like all the news and rumors are true. Is there any other names besides Hamzat that you guys would offer?
I mean, I wouldn't mind him fighting fucking Imavov, to be honest with you.
Ooh, I
Because
like
I think that Hamza either way is like guaranteed the next title shot, like at DDP. If like I mean, unless like he loses it in a potential uh mm, unless he loses it in a potential interim title fight. But outside of that, Hamzat's the guy next. So I think that if you were to beat Nasruddin, you could definitely solidify yourself for that next like definitive shot or Strickland, to be honest.
I was
You
thinking
can,
Strickland.
you can go ahead and snipe Strickland. That might be the one actually. I'm changing my pick. Strickland, man. Go up and snipe Strickland. Not to say that that's an easy fight, but winnable fight. Fight I would favor him to win probably. And if you snipe Strickland, you're sitting pretty at number two.
Yeah.
Therefore, like I feel like you can get out of that fight with less damage, honestly, too. Because even if Strickland is having good rounds, he's not going to be beating you up that bad. So, you know, you can get out of that fight with minimal damage and then be positioned to capitalize on a title shot if it like comes up, honestly. That might be the move.
Yeah, and also I feel like my issue with the Imanov Bahio fight, I feel like you're just kind of killing one of the contenders. I think Imanov, no matter what, after the Hamza DDP fight, should get the next title shot. So I would do Bahio versus Strickland. It's also just a bigger fight than Imanov, just because like the nature of what a Strickland fight brings because of the fans. So yeah, I'll say Strickland for Bahio.
I think it's gonna be Ohio versus Hamzat
Yeah.
if the UFC is smart, but I think they might give it to Imavov as well for the interim versus Hamzat.
Okay.
But I honestly could see them just waiting it out. Like we don't even know what DDP's injury is yet. Like it was just reported by a reliable reporter. So he's supposedly out. I mean, it's kind of not really even confirmed yet, like officially. So I don't know how long he'll be out for, so they might not even do an interim. So I would, the Strickland one makes sense, but I almost feel like Izzy calling Strickland out the other day, that's a matchup that I would like to see
I'd
more.
like that's a good point.
And so in that case, if we're waiting around, I say a title eliminator versus Imavall makes a lot of sense.
Alrighty, let's move on to the last one, Gene Silva. There's a lot of names I really like here. Man, he is at 11.
Arnold Allen.
That's a banger.
Arnold Allen, man, I feel like I don't want to see my boy Ortega sacrificed.
Mm.
So yeah, I would not be. I understand if someone were to pick on Ortega here a little, but I say Arnold Allen. I think that that's the perfect jump up in comp,
That's a sick ass fight too.
and that will be gas, man. That will be
Like
fucking gas.
Allen got that dog in him too,
He does.
just like Silva. Yeah, Sterling. I kind of want to see Sterling get a win, man. And I'm not saying he can't beat Silva, but like
Yeah,
you know,
I don't like that for him.
The other one is Murphy, but I like the Imamov Bahayo thing. I don't like the idea of killing off one of the contenders. So I would stay away from that. Yeah, I like the Arnold Allen fight. You, I agree.
I feel like to me, Lerone Murphy, um, Lerone Murphy is representative of the fighters on the way up in that division, and whereas like Arnold Allen, even though he's not that old, he is a representative of the fighters that's like I don't want to say the last gen, but like kind of like he feels like last gen to me a little bit. He's one of the guys like that needs to defend his position before making the climb a little bit to me. Whereas I don't want to like sacrifice like a Lerone Murphy or like a Diego Lopez. You know what I mean? Like I feel like those are all contenders that you kind of want to stay on the rise right now. Whereas like an Arnold Allen, I think it would be better for business if a Gene Silva took that spot from Arnold Allen, if I'm honest. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What say you, Clark?
Uh, why is Taporia Holloway still in the rankings?
The UFC's like
I
fucking
don't
slow. I don't know.
understand. It's funny they both moved up like after their fight. It's actually very funny. But to me, I mean, if we, as a Team Clark member, I want to build up these dubs. So a fight that I would personally enjoy Gene Silva winning would be Aljamain Sterling, who is sitting right there at number 9. I believe he called him out or something of that. There was some call out. So I think Aljo would be interested in that fight because he's all he's talking about is he wants interesting fights at this point. And I feel like it's an interesting fight for him. If they want an easy path here, they're gonna give him Ortega, unfortunately. Just because I think Ortega's chin has kind of been proven to be a little more drop heavy than in the past. And I feel like they believe someone like Gene would put it on him, unfortunately.
I think Ortega has nothing for Gene Silva on the feet at all.
I just
Yeah,
don't think. I think
that's
Ortega
the
might be done,
problem.
guys. I'm sorry. I just don't really like see a path for him
And
ever
I love
sniffing the belt
Ortega.
again.
Yeah, I agree, and I hate to say that because I love the guy.
Featherweight's heating up though. Yeah, you're right. How the hell did Ilya Taporia drop to 3 and Max Holloway's
Like,
above him
what
after
is
he
going
just knocked
on?
him
They're
out,
really
bro?
gone.
Like, what are we doing,
Really
guys?
gone though. They need to be off the featherweight rankings. Why are they still there?
Well, they know damn well that like now that like Ilya's gone, they could probably coax Max like just head down there, man. Fuck it.
Yeah.
They're keeping him primed and ready just in case like they can convince his ass make the weight cut one more time.
Also,
Him both four.
just looking at the rankings, why is Volkanovski above Pantoja in the pound for pound rankings?
Because Pantoja doesn't get the respect, Ed.
That's terrible, bro. Volk's 1-3 in his last 4. No, he's not.
Yeah,
I
He's
mean,
2.
Pantoja does not leave that division, and I don't think it would be presumed that it would go very well for him if he did. You know what I mean? Whereas we've proven that like Volk can go
Okay,
and like, you know what I mean? He did prove himself against like lightweight's best. So, you know what I mean?
I guess. I guess, but
I mean, it's not justified, but I understand the logic though.
okay.
but wait. Why is Paella below Bilal at all? Like, are we for real? Like, it's pound for pound, right? Like, if they matched up against each other, like,
That's insane. That's
At
insane.
like
middleweight,
a bing, like a quick bing.
And
yep,
Bilal might have to do that, man. He might have to go up there. He's been fucking saying like he would, so just so Islam can
bro.
eventually get the second belt. So fucking do it.
Well, I
Go.
don't want to see these middleweights, man.
I want to see Bilal try to wrestle fuck these middleweights. I want to see
Anthony
it.
Hernandez is gonna dog his ass, bro.
I would love Bilal if he went up. Like I would be cheering for him every fight. I swear. Just as like even like I cheer for Aljo in these fights too. Like it's just like I like people like fighting up against people that I perceive to be bigger than them. You know what I mean?
Okay,
I
I
know.
see what you're saying.
Like even if I like don't like you at your weight division, if you're gonna go up and challenge higher weight, like I'll fuck with you. I'll fuck with you, man.
Yeah, even going, I just like when fighters like change divisions. It's just cool.
I like it more up than down. Like when all
Okay.
kind of go down to 135, like I was not as excited about that as I am like John moving up or like
Okay.
you know what I mean? I think like or like Islam moving up or you know what I mean?
Bro,
Yeah.
I like Aljo way more than Bilal, let me tell you. Like there's different levels.
I feel that.
Hey, like Aljo, it really was more just when he was champ for me. Like he had a quick little annoying period, but he's more chill these days.
He just hasn't really won in a minute, which kind of sucks.
Hey, he's been winning. He's been winning. He destroyed Cater, and Cater's just done now.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that fight. But shout out Aljo. But anyways, guys, that concludes our Fighting Nerds video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Rank them personally. Let us know what you think. Please check out the TikTok and the other videos we have coming out soon. And see you in the next one.
Peace.
Peace.